What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the new picture we got for The Last of Us, the HBO show, in which we see them for the very first time. Now, I have kind of conflicting thoughts on this picture. I said that even over on Twitter, where it's like I don't really know what to think, and that's kind of odd, I guess, because normally I have a lot to say about pretty much everything. But I've been staring at it. I haven't been staring at it for like 12 hours, but I've just been staring at it. And I will say I generally think better of it. I think more good things than bad things. I guess to start at the bad, just so you guys can get the dislikes and the negative comments kind of out of the way early, this has always still been. And look, I'm not somebody who despises The Last of Us. I don't even have really that much of a grudge to put up for the series, even though I didn't like a lot of the story decisions based off the Last of Us 2. I don't really hold much against the franchise. I would say for this show, my opinion has always been I have nothing against the people in charge. I have nothing against, I want the show to be good. I'm not rooting for it to actively be terrible. You know what I mean? It's much like really anything like Uncharted or this. I just think we're better off not touching it. I don't really think that's that controversial of an opinion. I think not making this game, the first game, which is really considered a masterpiece, kind of including myself, unanimously considered a masterpiece. I don't really think you'll ever match it or top it in a TV show. I think at best you're shooting to just kind of break even, and really the odds are you're just going to do a not as good job as the game. And that's, again, that's not the show's fault. That's just, I think, the situation. Same thing for the Uncharted movie. It doesn't even have to be a Sony thing. Same thing for anything. I don't think you're ever going to match or beat the quality and the experience the first time playing this game. I think at best you're trying to match it, but you're probably not going to even get there. So I guess the weakness I would say of this photo is that it's here. You know what I mean? And again, that sounds bad, and I'm sure you guys will leave your dislikes, but looking at it, it's okay, here we go. I don't need this show. Nobody really needed this show, and we're here now. So now we have to. We accepted it a long time ago. We saw them filming. We saw Pedro Pascal and all that stuff with pictures. But here we go. There's the Joel. There's the Ellie. There's the grass. There's a plane for some reason, and this is it. Okay. So that's, I guess, the weakness. The positives, though, again, to not kid myself and not to kid you guys, there are positives. Number one, it does look like the game. Now, maybe that's why it's a little, it looks kind of weird, the depth perception of the plane with the mountain and them standing there. In some ways, it kind of almost, it looks like a green screen, and yet at the same time, it doesn't. It's very weird, but honestly, maybe even in a good way. It does remind me, at least, right, of the game. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's honestly a positive, and that's also why, again, I'm not rooting for this show to be bad. I want it to be good. They need to stick. I know they're not going to stick 100% with the game, but you need to respect that first game like there's nobody's business. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to go off the deep end big time and really change random big things even about the game, that's not going to, I think, fly with a lot of people watching the show. That's just my opinion, but we'll see how it goes. From the back, that looks like Joel. That looks like Ellie. I mean, and they got their, I guess, clothing looks identical. Their backpacks look identical. The back of their hair looks identical. Now, again, there's just going to be the thing that when we know what Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey look like. So, when they turn around, are we going to see Mando? Are we going to see Pedro Pascal? Or are we going to see Joel? You know what I mean? Same thing. When Bella Ramsey are we going to see her? Are we going to see her Game of Thrones character? Or are we going to see Ellie? Are we going to see Ashley Johnson's portrayal of Ellie and Troy Baker's portrayal of Joel? Again, I can't get away from it, and maybe I just shouldn't talk about it if I can't do it. I'm sure you guys can make the point of that in the comments, but that's another thing, you know what I mean? I want to believe in these characters. I do think they generally look like They even from the front, which we don't see here, but I do think they look like them, and so that's, I guess, good. I think they could have done better. I'm not saying I'm better than this, but I think they could have picked somebody who looks even closer to the characters. But then you'll always have the people that say, well, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. There's room for some creative freedom. I guess that's what's gonna get this show into trouble. Let's all be honest here, right? So I don't know. I do kind of like the picture. Again, I would say over time I've liked it more. I like, again, that it really looks like it's just a still out of a game. I wonder, with the plane, so like that's not really an arc in the game at all. So I wonder if this is kind of an early sign. And again, we know this, right? The show, it's going to have like the big story beats the game had, but it's also going to kind of go off into different directions and do other things, which I do think the way that's described, the way that they've described it, I do think that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Again, I mean, when you make a TV show like this for a game, like you have to do that unless you're going to make it like a 4 or 5 episode miniseries, right? If you want to make it, well, they want to make it like, we've actually heard it could go on for like 7 or 8 seasons, which, as I've said, I think is a horrible, horrible idea. But if they want this thing, even say to go 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons, they're going to have to stretch things. There's just no doubt about it. They either have to stretch things that may not actually be necessary to stretch, or they need to add brand new storylines, which again, I do think that part, weirdly enough, I'm actually completely okay with. I would say stick to what the games did so well, and if you want to go off on your own, that's your opportunity to do it. You know what I mean? And as long as they do that, I think the show honestly stands a really good shot. Now, obviously, I'm not the ultimate judge of this program. I think the wider audience will have to decide, but I don't know. I put on Twitter, I don't really know what to think. I guess there's still kind of a sense of that in me now. I don't want the show. I'll watch it day one. I'm gonna do it. It's just I don't really think we need the show. I've always thought that, and I probably always will. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed or unsubscribe if you hate me now. Make sure you guys, I have the bell icon turned on as well. I do a brand new video on the channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.